Hey guys, Jonathan here with Florida Turf Pros. Now, whenever you first start your lawn care business, you probably don't have the budget or the funds to go out and invest in a nice shop or buy land and put up a shop, and invest in, dedicated equipment such as blade sharpeners and those types of things. Most of us are going to find ourselves in the situation of having to make do around our personal garages or shed out back or something like that. That's kind of what this video is about, and I want to share with you some budget-friendly items that I have picked up along the way that have made the task of doing equipment maintenance substantially easier. You're going to find out very quickly that mowing the grass and doing marketing to grow your business, that's a portion of it, but the other portion is a substantial amount of your time is going to be spent doing equipment maintenance. And again, in this video, I just want to share with you some of the basic items that I've had on hand for a while that have really made that job substantially easier. Now, as you can see behind me, I have kids' bikes. I got power wheels on this side of the garage. I mean, this is my personal garage, so I am practicing what I'm preaching here, guys. I've done it for 3 years. This is my kids' side, and behind you, what you cannot see behind the video camera, that's my side of the garage. That's what I'm about to share with you. And again, if you're just starting your lawn care business, not having a dedicated shop, that's not an excuse for not getting it going. I'm gonna share with you some budget-friendly items that can really get you on your way and help you out with equipment maintenance. All right, let's jump into it. Okay, so maybe the first thing that you would want to look at is getting a dedicated jack. Now, there's a lot of ways to get your mowers up. There's the jungle jack, there's dedicated mower lifts, there's chain hoists, engine hoists. There's just a lot of ways to do this. But the reason that I chose a low-profile heavy-duty jack is because, frankly, I just needed a good jack, a good floor jack around the house. I didn't have one, and this has really done well for us. The thing that you want to look out for whenever you get a jack is you want to make sure that it's actually going to get your deck up high enough. You don't want one that's like 14 or 15 inches. I'd say you want a minimum of 20 inches of a height on this thing. And I got this from Harbor Freight for $119. The equivalent of this was like $650. This thing has outstanding reviews. It's the Daytona low profile 3-ton floor jack, and the reviews were spot on. This has been a great pickup, and it's really just a great piece of equipment to have around in your garage. So that would be the first thing I'd say. You probably want to invest in something because you can drive the mower up onto the trailer gate and that type of thing. But I'll be honest with you, you get tired of doing that very quickly. It's a pain in the ass to drive one side up, hang one side off, drive it off. And this floor jack, it just does a great job of getting the mower up, getting clearance, and it's so easy to clean the deck out with a pressure washer. That would be my next thing. Okay, so once you get the mower jacked up and everything, you can scrape it out by hand, but I'm telling you, man, pressure washer is the way to go on that. It's just so much easier to stick the wand underneath there and knock off all that grass, and honestly, scraping it out by hand is a pain in the ass. You get debris and grass and mud all on your face, and it's just a nasty job. I would say that having a larger extension handle on your wand would be a great idea. And guys, I want to say one thing really quick. I'm not advocating for any particular brand. I'm just telling you some things that have really helped me out with cleaning up the mowers, and just makes the maintenance job that much easier. But this little Ryobi was $99 at Home Depot, and I did a lot of research on the reviews, and the reviews said that this was great for just everyday around the house stuff, and they were right, man. This thing has been awesome. It's dead quiet whenever you don't have the trigger down, and even when you have the trigger down, it's just kind of like a little high-pitched hum. It is not super loud like a gas one is, and for $100, I promise this is an investment that's well worth it for you, for cleaning the mowers and cleaning out underneath the decks, and also just having it around the house. It's great. I know there's better pressure washers, but again, for $100, this thing is really hard to beat. Okay, so having a little handheld sprayer that can house like a degreaser or some type of soap or whatever, it just makes getting the mowers bathed down that much easier. Just pump it up and then use the wand to soak your mowers down. And it's just so much easier than having, I used to do all this stuff by hand, man, for a year. I just, would make a bucket of soap and wash the mowers down with a brush and everything. But it's way easier. Just mix this stuff. I use Purple Power. and I dilute it down, spray it on the mowers, and let it sit for about 30-45 seconds. I don't let it sit on there very long, and just use the pressure washer to clean it off. And guys, our mowers, they stay clean. They really, really do. So having a dedicated little sprayer for doing the babs of your mowers is really, really nice. Maybe something that you want to pick up. Okay, so having a little floor creeper is really, really nice. There are some times when you just got to get up underneath the deck, or you need to be able to maneuver yourself around. This was 30 bucks at Harbor Freight, and it was a great pickup. You know, sometimes you just do have to get underneath your mower, and laying down on the concrete, it's not that bad. But for 30 bucks, man, if you can kind of just wheel yourself around with this thing, it just makes everything so much easier. Again, 30 bucks at Harbor Freight, hard to go wrong with that. Very convenient, and when you need it, you need it. Okay, guys, I have kids and a wife, and I don't want her to walk out here one day whenever I'm changing my mower blades out or something and see my head squashed like a watermelon onto our garage floor. So I probably should have put this, with the floor jack, but this is a really impromptu video. I'm just saying you need to get some jack stands, guys. Don't rely just upon your floor jack or a chain hoist or whatever. I mean, just do the right thing, man. This is the safe way to do it. Don't get lazy. Put these underneath every single time. It's just not worth it, man. Especially those floor jacks. They can move, they can roll around. If you're torquing around on something underneath the mower, just put your jack stands up, man. I can't stress that enough. These are super cheap. I got these at Walmart, and I just got little 2-ton floor jacks. I definitely think that you have to, pick up something like this. Okay, you're gonna need something to put used oil in whenever you're doing maintenance on the mowers, and this is what I use. It's like $10, I think, at Walmart, and it's worked great. I actually have 2 or 3 of these on hand. You fill up 1 or 2 of them, then I'll go and drop it off at the automotive store or at the dump and recycle the oil there. But for 10 bucks, it's hard to beat. There's a lot of different systems, for changing oil and storing oil and that type of thing. But this works really well for us. I've used this for 3 years, and again, it's $10 at Walmart. Okay, so this Husky Pro air compressor, that is a little expensive of a machine, but I picked this up at a yard sale. I was just out and I was looking for an air compressor. You just, at some point, guys, you can make do without one, but I promise that at some point you just want to have an air compressor on hand for your shop. There's just so many things you can do with that, from impact wrenches to blow guns to cleaning out your equipment, use them for paint sprayers. There's just so many things you can do around the house with it. I highly recommend you pick up an air compressor. And again, while this one may not be super cheap, I know there are cheap options out there. Even if you get just a small portable one, having an air compressor on hand, you just need one for your shop, trust me. Okay guys, so you're going to need a way to sharpen your blades. And while it would be nice to have a dedicated rolling workbench and the RBG 712 blade sharpener, the fact is, whenever I first got started, I didn't have the money for that stuff, and I had to make do with what I had. So I want to show you what I did. And this has served us just fine for 3 years. Again, that stuff would be super nice to have, and I want it, and I want it so bad. I really do, but it's not an excuse for not starting your lawn business. This little setup has served us for over 3 years. If you followed my YouTube channel at all, you know that we run a pretty well-oiled little machine here in our area for our lawn care business. But I made this little workbench with scrap wood that I had laying around the house for less than $15. This little bench vise was $15. That's what we use to hold our blades for sharpening, and then I sharpen with an angle grinder. And that has got it done for us. And again, while having the RBG 712 or some other type of dedicated blade sharpener would be awesome, this system right here, it's worked just fine for us. And it's kind of funny to look at, considering that we're servicing 160 lawns, and this is how we're doing our little maintenance. But the truth is whenever you're starting out, you just kind of make do with what you have. but this has been just fine for us. Okay, you may have noticed the fan there. That is a 30-inch pedestal fan from Harbor Freight. Central Machinery is the company who manufactures that particular fan. And this fan was $119. And while that may seem expensive, an equivalent fan is over $500 for something like this. So whether you have a $19.99 box fan from like Walmart or something, or invest in something a little bit better like this, I want to say having air circulating and moving in your garage, it's a must. So this piece of equipment, again, at 120 bucks, it's one of those things where like it may seem like it's a little high, but whenever you're comparing apples to apples, this machine, this little fan has been a great buy, and it just throws an absolute wall of air. Not super focused, like, you know, where you have to be right in front of it to reap the benefits of it. If you're anywhere in the general vicinity, this thing is just pulling and moving air all around you, and it really does a good job of cooling down your work area. Okay guys, so that was just some items that I keep on hand around our shop, and the thing that I want you to keep in mind is I have pieced those items together over the years. It's not like I went out and bought all that at once, but these were items that weren't going to break the bank, but they're things that just help out tremendously in your shop and just make the task of, you know, doing equipment maintenance so much easier. So if there's something that I missed, let me know. But other than that, guys, I want to tell you, you know, good luck in your lawn business. And just because you don't have the money to go out and put into a big shop, that's not an excuse for not getting it going. You can really make do with just some basic equipment around your house, all right? Good luck. God bless.